Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another night of Minds Action. We have the Western Gunslingers against the Bathurst Bluehurst. I am Snicko Bro, and I'm joined by Yegor Mycuzzie. What do you have to say, Yeg?
We got a big matchup tonight, like Snicko highlighted. We got Borsons here leading them out. It's going to be a big one.
I think the Gunslingers are going to look to get on the board, hopefully. They haven't had the best season so far, but with the likes of Mark Lyon and Matt Galaxy, I'm sure they're going to be strong. There's a few players on debut for the Slingers tonight. Michelle Metcalf gets her own in the centres, as does Josh Jensen. Hopefully they can bring some firepower.
I'm also looking forward to seeing Augustus McDaddy come off the bench for the Bluetongues. I think he'll inject some real energy.
He's a half playing in the prop position, which is always risky, but if anyone can do it, it's McDaddy. Anyway, the Bluetongues are kicking off. Callaghan with the ball. I think Callaghan's been good so far this season. What about you?
Yeah, he has been looking pretty good this season. He's scored a few points for the Bluetongues.
Has he?
Yeah, I think he's a leading point scorer, actually.
Interesting. Anyway, irons with the ball. Across to Anderson. I have it on good authority there that Anderson and Jalen Saltner, the other prop, are trying to follow in the footsteps of past Gunslingers. Props really make an impact here. Mark Lyon with an early break. Plays it back to Galaxy. Off to Anderson again. Bluetongues defense needs to firm up a bit. They've let some easy meters go early in this game. The Butler to Jensen. Tackled down shortly. Plays it back to Galaxy. Long ball to Butler. Wider ball to Joseph Jackson. Is that his name?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, the 5'8". And it's Metcalf to kick. Michelle mixed up, but if you're going to do that in any team, Gunslingers is a place to do it. Borson's kick for touch.
At least you can only go up from here.
That's true. Much like the Gunslingers, they can only cut from here. Anyway, Lind with the tap. Henrik Lind, the hooker, could be the difference. Galaxy's been around the mines for a while, and when someone's been in the mines for a while, it means they can probably improve on a few things, whereas Lind's come in strong.
Yeah, I think you get a bit stagnant if you don't get a change of scenery, so...
I do know that he's good friends with Goku Simpson, who's currently playing for the Bluetongues.
Yeah. Silva, he's taking it out. They had some good field position there, and he's cost his team big time. That's some big time defense, though.
It's only Silva's. It's only his second game in the mine, so with a bit of experience, maybe he can fix that up. Wareham with a nice tackle, some good post-contact meters.
I also think with the Rabbitohs being the the Gunslingers being the feeder club for the Rabbitohs, I'll probably be watching this game with a lot of interest, I would imagine.
I know the Gunslingers mentor, Justin Monkey, needs to do a bit of watching. I haven't been very impressed with what he's done so far. He's a firehawk at heart, and I think you can tell that with his selections. He's not quite committed enough to... Oh, and that goes through. Big dummy. But the Bluetongues fullback, Phil Burton, wraps him up with ease. That's good, though, from the Gunslingers. Oh, Vagaluffy. Oh, tackled again.
They are creating absolute holes here in the defensive line.
I think that the Slingers just need to take a deep breath and realise that they're going to get through and just finish off their chances. Oh, Taylor with the catch. That's fifth tackle changeover. I think the Slingers have had the better of them so far.
Yeah, that's without a doubt. The Gunslingers have been on top of the Bluetongues here. They've had good field position, and with their ruck, and they're just making the meters a lot easier.
I think Bluetongues have a bit of a... Oh, Joe Turner bumps one. Bluetongues have had a bit of a premiership hangover, missing a lot of their stars. Marcus Square, Sonny Tyre. They haven't quite been able to fill their holes, but if anyone can, it's the EU representative, Borsons. Anyway, Lindoff to Callaghan, turns it inside to Corte with another bump. Ooh. Bluetongues return and serve here. Goku Simpson, tackle it. He needs to have a bigger impact than what he's had so far this season. He was very active in the off-season, and I haven't seen much from him on the field yet.
Yeah, from what I've heard, his pre-match ritual is just a couple of Gatorades, and then he'll have a couple of beers.
Will he be tackled? I don't think he will. Shut the gate. Slingers are on the board. How good's that from them straight up?
That is amazing. Poor old Jack Jimmy, the vice captain, just couldn't chase him down there.
I think Lee Simons is actually on debut. He was very active in the chat last week. Said he was going to spark the Gunslingers to a victory. Actually, sorry, it was his second game. He lost on debut. A Gunslinger ritual. Everyone does it. But he said he's going to spark him, and that's very good. Mark Irons to add the extra from straight in front, surely.
Surely he'll throw this one over. 11 metres out, straight in front.
Actually, both the Gunslingers wingers have wheels. Lightning McQueen, that guy's fast. You should see him on a racetrack.
Yeah, I hear his key phrases ka-chow. Hopefully we'll see a bit of pace from him tonight.
Anyway, Irons chucks it over. Bluetongues behind.
Just after the first close to 10 minutes here, I think the Bluetongues just kind of have to just take a step back and say, oh, the Gunslingers are playing better than us here. We've just got to keep rucking, just keep defending hard and just try and grind back into this one.
I think they've been caught out sunbaking early, the Bluetongues. Thought it was going to be an easy game, and the Slingers have got the jump on them.
Well, it is winter. They're probably off hibernating.
That's true. Soldner, him and Anderson have laid a good platform early, actually. It'll be interesting to see if they can continue. Joseph Jackson to Taylor. He's through. Where's Lightning McQueen? Not on either of the wings. Well, Lightning McQueen isn't playing this game.
Why not hear ka-chow then?
Not sure what happened there, but yeah. Oh, Galaxy down the sideline gets the offload away to Metcalf. Mashorum's through, making up for that earlier offside penalty. Yeah, I think Bluetongues need to tighten up and held in tackle. Great stuff from Mashore, and that's the kind of energy that you need to bring. Make a mistake, forget about it, go on to the next play. Maybe there were some disciplinary issues with Lightning McQueen.
Yeah, I think you might have missed the team bus actually as it got dropped.
Anyway, Galaxy to Joseph, to Bobby Worm. Some nice post contact meters.
Oh, actually, I've just got some just news just in, developing news. Lightning McQueen actually captains the Stingrays.
He was transferred after Rex Buckingham got promoted. And congratulations, Rex. He was a Slinger originally, played in Season 4 with the likes of me, Jake Scott, Lucas Deuce. Anyway, Nate Anderson pushing for the line. Pulled up short. Galaxy's got to steer the ship here. Let's see what he comes up. Short ball. Charlie Butler. Don't want to be caught on last tackle. That's a Nathan Cleary special. Someone else will have to kick. Joseph Jackson with a little grummer. Carter makes it out. This is a big meaty set here for the Bluetongues. They're going to have to try and get out of trouble and do it quickly. Corte, Now, Rusty Shackelford, that's a name I haven't heard much this game, which is interesting because he's meant to be good. Corte, can't bum anyone off. No post-contact meters. Lind goes to Shackelford again. Oh, and driven back again. The Gunslingers really have his measure so far this game. Simpson to Callaghan. To Joe Turner Jr. Great set from the Slingers. Their forwards really muscled up. Maybe they'll go for a 40-20, but I reckon we could see a big kick return here. Yep, Taylor's got it, but brought down. Oh no, breaks the tackle, but goes down. But starting on the 50-metre line, that's exactly where you want to be. What do you think, Yegs?
Yeah, I think, like I said earlier, the Gunslingers are playing well. The Bluetongues just have to get their forwards, just tighten up the defence and just close those holes up and stop the Slingers from making easy meters.
Tony with his first run of the game, another forward that's impressed me so far. Joseph goes wide to Iron, but he's brought down. Galaxy, Butler. Bit of a running halfback, this guy. Glue on his hands.
He's got some pace, yeah. He's just got to let the ball sing, I think. They've tightened the defence up. They've got to spread it out.
Bagger Kalapi with the kick. Oh, and caught, and great kick. Maybe Butler should play in the forwards and get Bagger Kalapi into the halfback with kicking like that.
Absolutely.
Anyway, Callaghan with a dropout. I reckon the Bluetongues' back's against the wall here. 17 minutes in. Haven't seen a whole lot of field position. A second try here could be crucial.
Yeah, I think they definitely got to hold him out here or the floodgates could open up. It's worrying signs for the Bluetongues.
They're going to have subs in 2 minutes. Maybe that could change something.
It could change something, but I'm not sure what the coach has got installed with tactics, but the Bluetongues really need to hold him out here. This is a big set.
Butler with another run. Lots of meters for that guy early. Maybe he gets some passing meters as well. Worm almost through a hole. Breaks a tackle. Great tackle there by Phil Butler. Stops another try. Galaxy's looking right. He's looking left. Right he goes. Short ball. Double short ball. Bagger Kalapi. Oh, brought down just short of the line. Big last tackle option here. They don't want to be caught with the ball. Joseph Jackson, offside. Seems like the coaches coached that one into him during the week. I didn't see it last week, but twice in 20 minutes. Obviously a play. Well, it worked last time.
Yeah, Snicko, that's a bold strategy. We'll just have to see if that one pays off.
Yeah, maybe. You know what? Maybe it will work. Maybe it won't. Oh, forward pass off the rock. That is immense defensive pressure from the Slingers, and they get another chance.
You just got to take your hat off to the Gunslingers tactician there. That was an absolute masterstroke.
That guy's flying from the hip, and it's working. Dimatoni. They've got a bit of a pass to back row, the Gunslingers. Bagacalafi, Dimatoni.
The Italians they definitely set their mark on the Gunslingers.
And here's Sam Seal with his first run in the mines. Congratulations, and I hope you have a long and prosperous career. Here's a lock coming off the bench playing prop. And, Galaxy. He's got that in his game, the little error. I'm not sure how he can improve it because he's been working on it for about 3 seasons. But I think that maybe next game he'll sort it out.
I don't know. I think he might need a change of coach maybe, but if he keeps playing like that, he's not going to be able to get elevated up into the SRL. So
Galaxy was actually a Slingers player in Season 4, then went to the Firehawks in Season 5, now back to the Slingers. So change of coach didn't work, change of scenery didn't work. Maybe change of position? What do you think? Anyway, Bluetongues have the ball. Slugger's working it out. It's been a good set so far as we had a bit of a... Oh, Lynn's through, offload, Malik tackled. Orson's enacting half, goes to Callaghan, goes wide. Don't let this man run. He's had 1 kick return already. Oh, breaks the first line, but tackled. Oh no, goes through. Lee Simon's bringing the fire earlier in this game. Slingers to work it out of territory now. Baracalapi to Dimatoni, the Italian boys working together.
Italian Dimatoni.
Galaxy to Baracalapi to Worm. That guy needs a name change if he wants to fit into this Slingers back row. Galaxy to Sand and Seal. Is that his name? Sam Seal. Oh, and the early kick. Charlie Butler going for a 40-20. Come off the side of the boot. Full burden. With a bit of space, but tackled heavily there. I'm not sure who made the tackle, but it was a good one.
I think it was Joseph Jackson.
Yosefi.
Knocked him down.
Corte with the inside ball to Borsons. This is what I like to see. Borsons has the experience, premiership winner. All his friends left him last season. He has a new group of Bluetongues to come through, and he needs to lead them. Shackelford's through. Mark Lyons doesn't even need to get involved. That's great cover defense, but it's only the 3rd tackle. To McDaddy. McDaddy's on the field, and Jack Jimmy's over. The Bluetongues have hit back. Insert the McDaddy, and look what happens. Jack Jimmy, another one of those Bluetongues premiership winners, comes through with a big play right when the Bluetongues needed it most. What do you think?
I think that came from the inside ball runners. There was a couple of decoys there, and the Bluetongues just stripped them for numbers and crossed easily.
I think the Slingers actually just got caught ball watching.
Yeah, they might have actually.
They've had a good half so far. They rested on their laurels, and that's what happens in the mines. The game can flip in an instant. Anyway, Callaghan with the kick, starts it wide, curls it back around. Too much curve. Now that's a problem. You want to go 2 points. You want to go equal there, and those 2 points could cost them later in the game. Anyway, Mark Irons will kick off. I'd like to see him inject himself. Former SRL player dropped himself because he wants to play fullback. Gets his spot at the Slingers. Historically, a club with a lot of strong history, but not so many strong results. You'd think he could really elevate him, but so far, he just hasn't quite been up to par.
Yeah, hopefully the England international there hasn't been watching the England cricket team.
Got a bit of the Bairstow about him, I have to say. I want to see a bit of the Ben Stokes.
Yeah, he just needs to cross that line. Unfortunately, he just hasn't crossing that try line enough.
Anyway, Borson's wide to Carter. Brought down after a bit of a struggle, and Bluetongues are well on their way out of yardage.
Yeah, here we got Corte off to Shackelford. That's a big run. Nice few post contact meters there. Shackelford's looking pretty good.
Shaking off the rust early. McDaddy again, but with a big tackle.
I think with this performance from McDaddy, he's looking for a starting role.
I wouldn't be opposed to starting him at half over Borsons. Put Borsons to hooker. Get Lind to lock. Get the lock to the bench. I'm not really sure who it is, but That would be the way. Or actually, with that kick, Callaghan's nominated himself to fall back to the bench, so Locke can stay. But Goku Simpson regathered for his second run of the half and was brought down on the 5th tackle. Anyway, Bagalapi plays it to Galaxy. Dimatoni to Beckham, another one of the subs.
Yeah, I think that's David Beckham.
Aaron Beckham, but close relations. He's another lock playing at lock. Another lock playing at prop. Bagalapi hits it up. He's had a really strong half. What do you think?
Yeah, he has been playing really well this half. He's controlled the game really well.
Yosef started to run as well, which could be really good. Do you know him well? A fellow Russian, Yosef?
Yeah, he actually grew up in Yegor's hometown. Closely related to the Russian prince.
What can you tell us about him? Any funny stories?
None for now. The wait until Mad Monday.
Anyway, Gunslingers had a good set out of yardage. Goes back to Joseph Jackson with a big kick. Down to Slugger. Beats one. Beats two. He's away. Will Mark Lyons catch him? Will he catch him? Will he catch him? He's going, Slugger. He's going. Lyons can't catch him. Oh, the ankle tap on the line. That's beautiful for Mike Lyons.
Siri driving in here.
And McDaddy's scored, has he? In all the commotion, everything's happening. Was he turned on his back? I couldn't quite tell. McDaddy plants the ball, and the Bluetongues are back in front. Now that comes off a great run off the back of Angus Slugger.
Yeah, McDaddy here absolutely stamping a name for himself coming off the bench. That's a huge try in the context of this game.
McDaddy's getting McDonald's after this game with the way he's performed.
Yeah, his mum and dad won't be able to say no to that. Surely he's in how we're going on for 33 minutes. He would have to be close to the top 3 performers on the field so far.
And I am very sorry, McDaddy. I've been calling you Angus. Your name is actually Augustus. I'll make sure I pronounce your full name properly from here on out. Callaghan chucks over the extras. 10-6, Bluetongues with the lead. Mark White's to kick again after the beautiful ankle tap. I think the rest of his side let him down there a little bit.
Yeah, they did, but they also, I think they just got a bit complacent after leading 6-0 in the first 10 or so minutes.
If there's one thing a slinger knows how to do, it's chuck away a lead.
And here we go. Lions got us back into play, and we've got Boston's dishing off to Malik.
Malik.
Very good run to start.
He's got a little bump in him. Sundeep Malik, a half playing at prop. Now that takes heart. Prop isn't for the weary. And McDaddy, also a half playing at prop. Held in tackle. Can this man be stopped today? I'm not sure. Augustus. Get that man in a chocolate factory. Wilson goes to halfway. And Linda will get us underway. We'll want to make sure that there's no forward pass. He's done it again.
Yeah, to be honest, that's twice now. First tackle in their set. And I'm not sure I agree with their tactics of playing halves at props.
I think it's a numbers issue.
Well, is it then a recruitment issue? Like, what does that come down to?
Bluetongues historically have had culture problems. I know past teams have been... Oh. Anyway, Bagger is through to Beckham.
David's tackled.
We'll leave that discussion for another about the Bluetongues culture. Anyway, Beckham plays it to Galaxy. To Bagalapi, Bobby Wirham brought down short of the line. Galaxy to Butler, another tackle on the last day again. That guy only have 4 fingers, he can't count to 5. Anyway, Butler plays it to Galaxy. To Joseph Jackson, goes high. Will there be a bat back? Nah, Jack Jimmy's all over it. I think that'll be a 7 tackle set. It will be. 3 minutes to go before halftime. This could be a big turning point in the game. Corte to Malik. Brought down 3 meters short of the 30-meter line. And sin bin final warning. The Slingers aren't happy with each other. One of them, I'm not sure who, but someone's going to get himself sent off the field for an early shower at halftime.
This is absolute very poor discipline.
I think that maybe it is a coaching issue for the Slingers. Whoever their mentor is could probably address this. I'm not sure why they think they're allowed to hold down any tackles, but they've been doing it repeatedly. And Boston's to Malik is sat down there by the Slingers. Now that's what we like to see. And Lind out a half, not much going on there. A big hit from a Gunslingers prop. Where have we seen that before?
Yeah, that was David Beckham, I think, that just put that big hit on. He's leading from the front here, trying to get the Gunslingers back into the game.
Almost a free kick, that. Anyway, Phil Burton steps through. Irons to beat, can't do it. Go and hammer on tongue mark irons with Phil Burton here today. Last tackle, Galaxy to Callaghan, and he's tackled. Very anticlimactic. 30 seconds left in the half. I think that'll be the 10-6 will be the final score for this half. Joseph Jackson takes a hit up. I think these last 10 seconds is just about pride for the Slingers. Hold the ball, see what they can come up with. Bobby Wirham driven backwards, and the Bluetongues have put a resounding mark on that half. I think that game's probably so far gone how we thought it would go. Bluetongues up 10-6. Slingers start early. Who's Big Red there for the Slingers? Now that's a man I'd like to see more of. Here we are, back again. Bluetongues leading the Slingers 10-6. Mike Irons kicking off for what feels like the millionth time this game, but I'm sure it's only the third. Can the Gunslingers get back to it?
Yeah, I think after that first half with the Gunslingers taking the lead early, they've just got to get back in the grind here. They've got to wear the Bluetongues forwards down and just try and go through the middle. Really, I think just dominate that middle third.
Starting props back on for both teams. This is where the Gunslingers really excelled. I wonder if they can do it again. Callaghan takes a hit up. Did they maybe some changes at halftime? Did he get moved to prop, or is that just a miscommunication?
I'm not sure, but it looked like he was still asleep from half time there. He's
Rusty's through.
bit stationary when he's getting the ball there.
Anyway, Phil Burton on the edge. Who's Big Red from the Gunslingers, though? He's really impressed me this game.
I think it might be Corey Horsburgh's brother, possibly making an appearance.
Unable to see his number. Could be Bobby Wirham? I have no idea. Anyway, Mark Irons to the ball, steps one, and he's going to be taken out. Oh, things gone from bad to worse for the Gunslingers.
Dropping himself from the SRL down into the Slingers to put on that performance.
He needs to put the gun in the holster and focus on the basics.
Just back to a team effort, I think, is what he's got to do.
Tremendous kick from Boston's, though.
That's a great first set after the half.
Some players just see the play one or two ahead, and that's Boston's. He knew where Mike Hines was going to run, and with a good kick chase, things work out for him. Anyway, Lynn starts us off. Can he work on his tap? He does. Backwards. Corte with the ball. Strong first carry for the Bluetongues, and they're looking to pick up where they left off the last half. To Boston's. To Joe Turner Jr.
I really like the way Boston's is getting up in the face of the defence before he lets the ball sing.
Burton testing on the edge as always, trying to catch the Gunslingers unaware. Back to Rusty. To Joe Turner Jr. You know he's distinctly related to Tina Turner?
I actually thought that. I heard him sing before the game in the shower.
Yeah. Was he a good singer?
He was an amazing singer.
Simply the best. Anyway, Callaghan's gone over. Callaghan's gone over. Did he get the ball down? Referee thinks it's a try. And he has. Big Red, unable to stop him. What number is he? Number 12, I think. You're my new favourite player. I think it's Dimatoni. I'm not sure. Anyway, Callaghan's gone over for a third Bluetongues try. Will he be able to add the extras? My money says yes. I'm a poor man. Does it easily.
Yeah, I think after all the fines you've received from your strike, I'm not surprised that you're a poor man.
I think the Slingers are going to have to take a long, hard look in the mirror and try and regain some of what got them in front in the first 20 minutes, because so far their tactics have been off at best, awful at worst. Anyway, Mark Ryan kicks off. That's definitely going to be. Yegor just asked me if I played for the Slingers because he wasn't around then, and I had to tell him, unfortunately, yes. Slingers are yet to win a Mons game since I've been around, but maybe there'll be a big comeback in this game. Maybe. And they'll get that first win they desperately crave. As Lynn plays off to Callaghan. To Corte. He's been destructive, Corte. Good luck. Had a good matchup with Bagakalapi. Shackleford, anyway. I think that is Dimatoni with the red hair. And I didn't see him with red hair in the first half until they subbed off. So maybe he's got a cut in his head. Big head knock. I'm not sure.
Yeah, true. The trainer's going to want to have a quick look at that.
Yeah, it could be a HIA. Anyway, Boston plays the ball to no half. This is experimental at best.
That is huge. The Bluetongues are absolutely innovating the game of rugby league. Unfortunately, that didn't pay off, but I really like the look of what they're trying to do.
I haven't seen old Mousetrap for many a year here. Did it work for him? Not sure. Is it the centre with the red hair? Josh Jensen? It could be. Butler? Well, he's not going to touch the ball, so we're not going to know.
Yeah, I think he's got too much blood running down his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
running
Butler.
out of the play.
Thought feels like his 100th run that game.
Yeah, definitely running half his Butler.
Playing with glue before this game, sticky fingers. Anyway, Joseph Jackson. Both halves, actually, for the Slingers. Not a fan of passing the ball. It's not bad Kalapi to Anderson. He was strong in the first 20 minutes. I'd like to see if he could carry on to finish. Goes wide to Butler. Big Red on the chase. Josh Jensen. Pushing, turned on his back. Good set, though. If you want to hand the ball over anywhere, half a metre out from the line. With Cortania. Oh, short bill, experimental. Joe Turner Jr. driven back.
I think Goku Simpson's got to get a bit more involved here. Instead of passing, he's just got to go himself.
That guy's off fighting Vegeta or something. I've not seen him all game. And then Michael Carter plays the ball to Lind, to Rusty Shackelford. Well, when you got Shackelford inside you, would you give the ball to Goku? Shackelford's been on fire this game.
That's true too. When the player's got the hot hand, why would you go away from him?
Callaghan to Kyriak Ilias. They've been able to muscle up in defence, the Slingers, since half time. Boston's wide to Carter. It's just going to be interesting if they can continue it for the next 30 minutes because that's where they really lost in the first half.
That's true, but the Slingers are only making 22 meters this set, so that was very good defense from the Slingers.
I think you'll find the Bluetongues have the ball. They made 22 meters. As Irons, anyway, is tackled on the 45-meter line to start the set. If there's a good place to have the ball to start the set, that's it. Anyway, Anderson turned under by Jackson. Is Big Red going to touch the ball this set? I say yes. They swing it wide. They cut him out. Iron to Lee Simons, the headgear man, brought him down. Bit of a battle of the headgears out there. Galaxy played his link man in the middle. Anderson with a big break and tackle, but doesn't have the speed to take advantage of it. Yeah. That's the Slingers tradition.
He's just run straight over poor Hendrik Lind there. An absolute speed bump.
Bobby Worm. It is Dimitoni with the red hair. I've eliminated every other player on the field. I would like to speak to that man's manager because he's got some image issues, some branding. Short kick from Joseph Jackson. Good chase from the Slingers. Takes down Joe Turner Jr., the prop with an amazing collection there. That's when you often see a fumble.
Yeah, that was good hands from the
fella. Here we go, too. And Irons wraps him up. Slingers without a fullback. We're going to see a little chip kick. Warson's is kind of innovative like that. Oh, he just takes a lot on himself. Irons with back-to-back tackles.
We need to see some more passing from the halves, though.
Cortania. We did say Irons needs to step up, and there's been back-to-back try-savers from him.
That's huge.
Anyway, Callaghan now. It's a running halves game, this one. I'm not going to lie.
It just seems to be on the fourth coming into the fifth. The halves just get sticky fingers.
Corte with the kick. Lee Simons, another runaway. Another runaway. Steps one. Another runaway. Oh no, the ankle tap. Brought down easily by Phil Burton. Anyway, a good start to the set. To Galaxy. To Anderson. To Charlie Butler.
Also, I think we have to just take note of the refs here, really keeping a nice open game. Not blocking.
Tony, Big Red has the ball. Sorry to cut you off. I've been waiting for this man all half, and there he is. Anyway, plays it to Soldner. Offload. They're getting expansive, the Gunslingers.
They are. I think their coaches had a word to them half time. Maybe that was their game plan. The first 40, tighten the defence up. Second 40, go around them. That's a great set. 70-odd metres gained. I
think the Pastor brothers need to have an impact. Oh, that's not it from the Gunslingers. That's not it. Give Dimitoni early ball, get him one-on-one with Goku Simpson, and tries are coming with Ilias straight through off the tap.
I think the forwards for both sides in the second half have really stepped up.
Anyway, Boston's plays the ball. Lind, Corte to Callaghan, almost to Goku, but wisely they hold the ball up 3 in. Plays it back to Lind. To Goku. Doesn't take a run, passes off to Corte. What do you think of that? He's struggled to get the ball all half, and when he finally does have it, he turns it back on the inside.
Yeah, he seems to be a bit low on confidence, which is a bit unusual for Goku. I'm not too sure if the coaches had a word to him and asked him just to
Dude.
calm it down a bit.
Yeah. Corte with a kick again. Kicking license has been taken off Callaghan and handed to Corte. Lee Simons, driven back. They've figured out that he can step. They've decided it's not going to happen. Driven back here. Slinger's in trouble.
I think
Irons is through. He's got speed, this man, speed to burn, but so does Phil Burton. Cover tackle, beautiful. But Slinger's on the run. You were saying, Yegor?
I just think with the Bluetongues tactics, they should be looking stop kicking to Jensen. He's absolutely tearing them up on the right edge. Maybe look to kick to Jamie Taylor and see if he can do the same thing.
I think you'll find Lee Simons the winger. Josh Jensen's the centre, but I do agree. But they obviously have a plan. Oh, Metcalf's through. Marshawn. Offload to Joseph Jackson. Try. Gunslingers back in the game. And who else but the debutant, Marshawn Metcalf?
Marshall's Lynch's namesake, like he hasn't been watching him play the NFL.
Because that pass was backwards, which is what we're after. As Joseph Jackson strolls over the line. It was a nice little offload. Phil Burton went for the intercept, it looks like. I'm not really sure. And Joseph Jackson steps up the step ladder because he's quite a short man and gets over that line.
I think most of the blokes from Russia are short, actually. It must be in the breeding over there.
True. And he has long hair as well. You go to the same barber, do you?
Yeah, I think the Warriors might actually looking at recruiting him for next season.
He would fit very well into our aesthetic. Anyway, Mike Lyon with the kick to bring it back within 4 with 20 minutes to play. Game on here.
The context of this game has just changed a little bit in the last 5 or 10 minutes. The Gunslingers is definitely looking the better of the two teams.
I have heard that 10 points can change a game. And 10 points will change this game dramatically.
Yeah, I think whichever team scores the most points should probably win this one.
Anyway, Callaghan to kick off. You should be getting used to this with the way the Bluetongues have defended this season, but against the Slingers to have 3 kickoffs, very, very interesting. And Seal's back on the field.
I think the most interesting thing about this game so far has been that the Gunslingers are looking like the team with the greatest speed, which is interesting because I've heard the Bluetongues, all they do is work on their speed at training.
Interesting. Joseph Jackson to Seal, driven backwards. That is not very gentle. And I think the Bluetongues have heard you. I take it personally because that was hard. Beckham back on the field as well. And a great run to start us off. Maybe they were muscled. Oh, 40-20? 40-20 potential? Great kick. But no. Oh, tremendous kick. Phil Burton's decided he doesn't want to play for the Bluetongues anymore and has carried that ball over the sideline. The Gunslingers, all of a sudden, all the momentum, last point scorers on the charge.
They do say that the first set after points is the most important. Big Red doing his absolute best to try and do a little shepherd for the kicker.
He's nutmegged himself. Anyway, let's see what Galaxy can bring here. A backwards pass off the tap, which is always good. Bagalapi up the middle. He's only on here for another minute, I would say, based on the subs, and he's going to want to make most of it. Beckham, driving, turned on his back. To Galaxy, I wonder if he'll just go 6 short balls. Whoop. Bagalapi, driving, on his back. Held up, I believe, but we might be going upstairs to check. Oh no, the ref saw it. Hold up. Plays it back to Galaxy, goes wide to Bobby Wirram. Haven't seen him enough in this half. He was very good the first 40. Maybe got a little bit tired. Anyway, Joseph Jackson up in the middle. Driving, gotten over. And the Slingers up. The Slingers up. The referee will tell us. He says no try. I'm not sure I agree with him. Oh, turned on his back. Come on, Joseph. We needed that. Anyway, 1 tackle. Can the Gunslingers get a repeat set at the very least? Goes to Butler. Testing Jack Jimmy out there on the wing. Oh, but Silver Jr. They've got a few juniors in this team, the Bluetongues. And he did very safe under the high ball. Bluetongues working out of trouble. McDaddy's back on the field. He was tremendous in the first half.
Yeah, he could be the difference here in the last 15 or so minutes.
I think Sam Seal actually could be a bit of a goer. Anyway, Phil Burton up the middle.
Phil Burton's having an absolute blinder this second half, making meters at will.
Ilias to Joe Turner Jr. Great tackle by not Big Red because he's not making the tackle.
I think that was Galaxy there.
Actually, I think that was one of the subs for the. Anyway, Rusty Shackleford with the ball. Goku ball watching, sitting out there at centre. But he's running a block, so very important. Callaghan goes up. Kick return try. I feel it in my bones. I feel it. Coming to James Taylor tackled.
I've been keeping my eye on Goku Simpson and just watching his lines when the Bluetongues have had the ball, and he just seems to be disinterested today. He's running backwards, running away from the ball. I don't think that would be the coach's call for him to do that, but with what we've seen today with the mouse trap and various other plays, I'm
Yeah,
not
you're
too
right.
sure if the coach has got some innovative game plan that we just haven't seen before. But so far, it's working.
I think the Blue Tongues coach does operate on a different level to a lot of people. Maybe that's an example of it. Anyway, I've noticed Sultan has come back on from the Slingers at lock. He's played 40 minutes so far and he's getting another 15-minute stint. Really interesting to see how his fitness is going to hold up. And he's kicking. Tremendous kick, actually. Down to Jack Jimmy, try scorer once already. And Big Red wraps him up easily. Dimmer Tony demolishing him like a bowl of pasta. Plays it back to Goku Simpson. He goes to Shackleford. Down the sideline, little short side play to Galligan. But Mark Lyons wraps him up. Plays it back to Goku Simpson again, getting some good touches. Maybe he'll have a run instead of just passing. Anyway, back to Joe Turner Jr., who was monstered by Dimmer Tony. To Lind, to Rusty Shackleford, to Jack Jimmy. Headgear man's away. He's through. Cut the gate. Jack Jimmy's scored again.
And now we just see the ref put him to the side. He's done well. He's had a big game, the ref, too.
That's breaking the heart of the Gunslingers and broken the back of this game. I think the Blue Tongues have probably done enough here to seal the win. A few of the boys are a bit tired. Lee Simons couldn't chase. Coming across in cover, couldn't chase. Dimmer Tony has a turn and circle of a small truck. Couldn't get behind him. And Callaghan's going to kick it over for a 22-12 lead for the Blue Tongues.
Yeah, I think Dimitoni's issue just might be the weight up top there. Too much hair stopping him from just getting the agility on the feet to get around fast enough.
He was really hard early, Dimmer Tony, but as he sweated a bit, got a bit wet, the pass has gone soft. Callaghan slots it 22-12 for the Blue Tongues. Looking like a foregone conclusion, but for a team that has Mark Irons, for a team that has Charlie Butler, for a team that has Joseph Jackson, no deficit is too big. But this one might be. Mark Irons kick it off.
Still 8 minutes to go here. We've definitely seen bigger deficits overcome in a smaller period of time. This first set here could be absolutely crucial. They'll be looking to put on a few big shots here and try and get the Blue Tongues to drop the ball.
Callaghan runs it back, goes to Joe Turner Jr. Post contact meters already for the Blue Tongues. Slingers are looking tired. Curious Ilias driven backwards. That's good. Deal's got him there. Kiss from a rose. Lind to Borsons to McDaddy. Hasn't been quite as destructive since he's come back on after the break, but I think he laid the platform early.
Yeah, I think he's just doing the job for what the team needs.
Ilias again, driven back. That guy needs to hit the weight room. 2 runs this set, driven back both times. But when you're up by 10, you're allowed to do that. Borsons kicks early. Kicks someone up the bum, and Ireland is taking a shot. What do you make of this?
I think it's better to have the deficit of 8 points rather than 10 points is what the coach is thinking. Still will be a margin of greater than 1 converted try, but
At the end of the day, it's a 2-try game no matter what.
it's also better for their for and against. If they can hold the Blue Tongues out here for the next 5 minutes, going down by 8 points is better than going down by 10 points.
I'm worried this is a bit of personal glory for Mark Irons, just going for the points tally. Trying to make some clubs notice him up in the SRL.
Well, when you're playing for a team like the Slingers, sometimes it is better to be selfish. Just
When
going
you're
for
a
personal glory.
development player for a team like the Rabbitohs, maybe that's the way to get noticed by him. Anyway, Callaghan kicks off. Phil Burton talking to his teammate in the background. They know the game's over, but the Slingers don't, and let's see what they can do. Joseph to Seal. Good run, good post-contact meters. Joseph Jackson again, short ball to Beckham. There's no goal here, tackled. Plays it back to Galaxy again, to Charlie Butler, to Dimmer Tony. Good post-contact meters. Now that guy is big, Dimmer Tony. I'd like to see him flip to left second row, see what damage he can do. Sultana with a nice bump off. The signs are there for the Gunslingers. The signs are there.
I think with this game now pretty much done and dusted, maybe we look to the future here. With the Blue Tongues being a development club for the Knights, maybe the Knights should be looking to pull some of these players up here and see if they can improve.
Sluggers away here. Got brought down. Knights just won by about 1 billion points. I don't think they want to bring anyone
Phil Burton's been playing out of his skin.
replaced Don Ponkston. I wouldn't be against it.
I think he'd look good in the red and blue.
Anyway, Lynn to Slugger. Another break. Now that man has got a tank because he has been going since minute 1 and he's still going in minute 80. Plays it to McDaddy. Can ball play McDaddy. Can run, can pass, can tackle. Has the best name in the game, McDaddy. He's a player to watch.
He's absolutely made a statement for himself this game.
Joe Turner Jr., another great run. A minute to go. Callaghan just put this in the corner and they'll defend their way to another win. Oh, a great take by Slugger, but he's wrapped up there by Michelle Metcalf and his friends. Handover. Can they jag one? 40 seconds to go. Slingers playing for pride.
I think the Slingers just have to worry about passing the ball backwards. That's been one of their downfalls all game.
Actually, don't think they've been called for a forward pass yet. Interesting take. Dimitri pops up on the left like we've requested. 10 seconds to go. Might be too late. Anyway, Jackson to Mark Irons. Iron is strong. Bluetongues are stronger.
Sadly, you can bend the iron, and that's what the Bluetongues have done.
Yeah, great win by the Bluetongues. I think they were on top from about minute 20, and they never looked like giving up the lead. Hugs all around. They all know that at the end of the day, who is that giant? Who is that giant? Anyway, we'll have a quick look at the stats. A try to Yosef, a try to Lee Simons, 2 tries to Jack Jimmy, McDaddy with a tremendous try, and Callaghan with one of his own. Completion's good from both teams, not many errors. Penalties not so good from the Slingers. Would have liked to see a sin bin, bit of passion from the Slingers. They sort of threw it away. Anyway, on to team stats. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the tail of the tape, isn't it? When your winger's running for the most meters, I'm not sure what the fullbacks really got going on. 21 tackles from Galaxy, which is good. Not many misses. A few line breaks scattered around, but at the end of the day, points are what you need. Line breaks aren't going to do it. Yeah, Bluetongues. Slugger was good all game. Shackelford tremendous. Callaghan 112 metres at 5'8". McDaddy felt like he had more of an impact, only 45 metres, but with a try in there, 8 tackles. Joe Turner Jr. was good as well for only 66 metres, and Corte seemed to break the line whenever he got the ball. So yeah. Anyway, that's it from me. You got anything to add, Yegor?
I think this game could be indicative of the Gunslingers season, unfortunately.
Could be indicative of the Gunslingers club history. And the same could be said from the Bluetongues. Anyway, that's all from us. We hope you enjoyed watching.